A new month is here, and that means it's time to run down all of the new MetaQuest releases we're going to be able to get our hands on in June 2025. And we're going to start with a new game from my dearest, Little Thief. Now, Little Thief is, on the first impressions, you might be thinking this is like a Hello Neighbor kind of game, and there probably is some inspiration from that. But the idea of the game is that you are a little thief robot, and you're exploring the environment, trying to steal items from wealthy people's houses, and then you cash them in and buy upgrades and so on. It seems like a pretty fun little gameplay loop. The difference between this game and Hello Neighbor is in Hello Neighbor, the idea is not to get caught. It's an insta-death when you get caught. Whereas here, if you get caught, you have an opportunity to enact some comical revenge on the people that are catching you, be that the owner of the house or even the police. The game looks interesting. My dearest's output has wavered significantly in quality in recent months. The likes of Goblin Hospital, Mad Surgeon, and the Devil's Roulette. These games were not the quality standard we expected from my dearest. So hopefully, Little Thief can buck that trend. You can look forward to this game coming out on the 5th of June for MetaQuest sets. One day later, on the 6th of June, we have Neon Cipher coming to MetaQuest and also to PC VR. Now, this is a game that it's a first-person puzzle game, puzzle experience, and it's set across 50 different levels, but all of which have a kind of Res Infinite style flavour to them, a neon on black. The idea here is that you'll use first-person mechanics to solve puzzles and battle enemies that are blocking your path forward. You'll have an entrance and an exit to each level, and you must navigate through them, making sure you eliminate any enemies you face along the way. It's not a combat-heavy experience, it's more about the puzzle solving. So this one's going to be an interesting one. And it's out on June the 6th, so check it out for yourselves.
It may be a little different from what you're used to, but I'm sure it'll be no problem for someone with your talents. We'll plug you into Z-Corp system and let you do what you do best. Let's get this done.
Next up, on June the 9th, we have Exagale. Now, this is a game that is about flying. Lots and lots of flying. You can engage in races against other players or against the AI. You can upgrade your flying devices. It's all about being in that world, flying through the air and feeling that sense of freedom, adding challenge in when you choose to. Exagale is an interesting one, and it's one we're going to be looking at to review, so stick with us and we'll give you some opinions soon. Later that same week, on the 12th of June, we have two more releases, both of which are pretty high profile. We have VRacer Hoverbike, which is a game that has been floating around for a long time but never yet come to the store. It's been in discussions and a focal point at many events, but now consumers will be able to get their hands on it and judge for themselves whether the wait has been worth it. The bigger title, though, arguably, is Zombie Army VR. Now, this is a game from Rebellion, a studio here in the UK, and it was supposed to launch last month in May, but it was delayed last minute till June. Last minute delays like this do sometimes worry people that maybe the game isn't ready, but Rebellion do generally have a pretty good track record in VR. Zombie Army VR, we're hopeful, is going to bring that co-op zombie hunting experience that we all know from the traditional flat screen games into VR, so keep your fingers crossed for this one.
That sound, mein Gott, suiciders! Consider that bone picked.
Rounding out the week, on the 13th of June, we have Overdark, a Do Not Open story. Now, this is a game that has already launched on PSVR 2, I believe it was last year, and coming to MetaQuest for the first time. It's a game that is a puzzle-led horror experience. If you've played any of the titles previously in the series, you'll know what to expect. The difference here is they have gone for high-quality visuals, and they have translated pretty well to MetaQuest from what I've seen. If you like your horror games and you like a little bit of a puzzle element, Overdark, a Do Not Open story, is out on the 13th for the MetaQuest. Following that, a week later on the 19th of June, we're going from horror to something a little less creepy. We have the Smurfs Flower Defense coming to the MetaQuest headsets. This is the first time the Smurfs have ever had a VR experience available to the MetaQuest to download, and it looks interesting. The Smurfs is a franchise that's been going, in case you don't know, for like 60 years, and they've been in and out of favour across that whole time. Personally, I have a fond childhood memories of the Smurfs, and I'm sure lots of people watching this do so too. And tower defense games in VR, they're generally pretty good. From what I've found, being able to navigate and roam around the world from a god perspective and interact directly with your motion controllers, they generally play pretty well in the tower defense genre. So if Smurfs Flower Defense can stand up to expectation of the genre, we'll be probably looking at a pretty good family time here. Next up, on the 26th of June, we have Crave coming for both MetaQuest and PC VR. This is a game that is all about the thrill of spelunking. You're not going to be engaging enemies here or trying to manage your inventory from items that you find. It is about the exploration through VR caves. Now that includes a lot of, diving through the darkness and climbing and so on. And it is a game that is built around the idea that this is an activity that you will find fun and engaging, the exploration aspect. So don't be expecting to find any demons or aliens or anything like that hiding in these caves. It is more about the thrill of being an explorer in these semi-dangerous situations. So we're going to round out the releases for June with 3 titles that are coming, but we don't yet have dates for. This is Requisition VR, Neolithic Dawn, and Umbrella Up.
And of course you have to survive.
If you like any of these titles and you've pre-ordered them or you're planning on getting them day one, be sure to let us know in the comments below. And of course, dates do change, so sometimes more games will come in June and other games will get delayed. But by and large, this is what we've got for June, so let us know what's your pick.